start diving into some stuff that maybe you can chat about that not everybody else can. I think whenever Jason Kelce started chit-chatting about the hate that the tush push, the brotherly shove, the, hey, right cheek, left cheek, bunch of dudes, let's move a yard, came into the conversation. Jason Kelce said, how come there's never a conversation about the talent that it takes to actually do this? You have said that you don't even think if there was pushers, they'd be able to make it happen. This past weekend, numerous teams tried to tush push, and it failed. We've seen it on consecutive. This is 4th and 1, fourth quarter. The Chargers are going to charge her. This is with a guy who has a broken left middle finger, a hyper-extended fingernail, all that stuff. They didn't do this last week. They don't pick it up. Patriots, I believe, didn't pick it. The Giants didn't pick it up. How come this isn't something that is just an automatic situation? And why are the Eagles so much better than everybody else as a person who has been at the bottom of a couple of these shoves, AQ Shipley?
Low man wins. That's what it comes down to, and that's what not a lot of people are talking about. This thing takes talent. We have seen it. 3 teams this week tried it. They all failed. The reason is they didn't get any movement. We are in a business of moving bodies, and if you can't move bodies at the point of attack, that's what happens. You get failed things. So we have to give a lot of credit to this Eagles team that gets underneath people, keeps the legs churning, and moves. And also,
so you're saying, hey, old-ass Peter King. Yeah. Maybe instead of just saying, shut up, Peter King. Yeah. Is that what you're saying? I didn't say that.
No,
that's exactly what I'm saying.
That's what AQ Shipley's saying, because Peter King wrote a scathing article numerous times about how bad he hates it and how terrible it is for the game and how dangerous it is and how boring it is and everything like that. And obviously every football guy was like, that's football.
Come on.
That is kind of how this whole thing been. But Peter King's been around football for a long time. And I think Jason Kelce and the Eagles also took a lot of do you know how much we work on, you know how much pain you know how hard it is to execute this football play, and we just make it look easy. That seems to be the problem, because how easy it looks for them. 92% success rate, although they have had a fail this year, that we don't know how that's going to affect the percentages. It's a real talent, and I'm thankful that we're seeing other people fail almost, because it kind of shuts up the people that aren't respecting the big guys. And also, Jalen Hurts is fat ass. That guy is so strong. That's a massive piece of the puzzle as well.
That's what I was just going to say. Listen, there's quarterbacks that know how to sneak it, and there's quarterbacks that don't. We saw it for years in New England. He was so good at quarterback sneaks, and there's a talent to that. Instead of just standing up there, guys jump over the pile and boom, you get stuffed, right? But when you're able to kind of find those creases and get below and get underneath and get behind your guys and find those creases, that's a huge piece of the puzzle.
So what we're saying is you're watching masters at the craft.
Oh, yeah.
So instead of trying to ban it because how good they are, let's look around and see how everybody else is doing and recognize what we got happening. And it might not look pretty, but I'll tell you what, as football is a tough sport.
That's right.
I love watching it.
Oh, me too.
I do. I really enjoy it. Whenever they're in 4th and 2 or less, it's
here it comes.
It's time.
Do it.
It is time for Jalen and Kelce and Lane and the boys to go see if they can get under. And the other team knows it's coming.
Oh, yeah.
Stop
That's the best part.
Stop it. You know it's coming. Go ahead and stop it. Feels like teams have defensive lines. I saw a D tackle going sideways on one of them to kind of, they're double teaming it almost. So now we're adding, both sides of the ball are adding elements to this thing. It's not just as simple as grab a cheek, push a cheek.
No.
There's a lot of stuff going on, which I think we're kind of realizing.
The Commanders versus the Eagles this week when it happened, Kelce and whoever was the D tackle their helmets were literally touching before it even snapped. It was awesome. There's so much man meat in that play.
So much.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. Debo, you know what we're talking about. Man meat in there. Yeah, you DBs are staying out of there.
Out of that. They have a couple wrinkles off of it, too. I saw them. Hurts run a little sweep to the left, and I'm sure they'll probably have a pitch off of it, maybe even a pass. So, like you said, it's an art to it.
You know what's coming?
What's that?
The snap through Jalen's legs. So Jalen will be right underneath.
Oh, yeah.
It'll come snap through Kelce's legs, through Jalen's legs to somebody that'll be going off the side there. And that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That is what we appreciate about the game.